This news update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Pure happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today afternoon update for Tuesday, December 1. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Police are investigating a third unnatural death in the country in as many hours. A man was found hanging at a Muddy Boots Gardening Supplies in the Belle, St. Michael this morning. He was found around 8:30 a.m. by workers in the store. Up to news time, police were still on the scene, so you can log on to our Facebook page or our website at www.barbadostoday.bb for more as it comes to hand. MP for St. Philip North, Michael Lashley, has condemned the two deadly shootings during yesterday's carnival in the constituency. This as the second shooting victim from the event succumbed to his injuries on arrival at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital last evening. 34-year-old Shane Nurse of Ruby Tenantry, St. Philip, was shot multiple times by an unknown assailant during a verbal dispute. The shooting incident occurred about 6:55 p.m., almost 2 hours after Dwayne Burgess of Marley Vale, St. Philip, also lost his life by the gun. Police say Burgess was involved in an altercation with an assailant around 5 p.m. when he was shot. He was taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital where he was pronounced dead. In offering condolences to the families, Lashley expressed concerns about the level of gun crime in the country.
I was made to understand that the chairman of the committee, of the carnival committee, will make a necessary statement as soon as possible. From my point of view as MP of the area, I want to express my condolences to the families. I know the two individuals, and of course, I'm concerned, also in my capacity as acting attorney general, concerned really with the crime that they're having in this state. Certainly we have spoken to the County Attorney General this morning, so when he comes back we will have a discussion on it. But of course, I have concern. I certainly believe that we need to deal with this problem, confront it, and really deal with it frontally.
Lashley, who is also the Transport Minister, was talking at the launch of the Transport Authority Service Integration Pilot Project, also known as TASI, this morning. Our Emmanuel Joseph was there and has the details.
Commuters traveling on certain routes can now board minibuses and ZRs from two Transport Board terminals, at least for the time being. The Transport Authority Service Integration Pilot Project, or TASI, was officially launched this morning on the Edie Village and Sturgis route. At least 10 PSDs are involved in the first phase of this project, where the private operators and public transport will service the traveling public from the same facilities, that is, the Transport Board bus stands. This morning, a ZR plying the Edie Village route left the Fairchild Street bus terminal on a scheduled trip with a full load. Both the driver, James Monroe, and passengers were delighted as they welcomed the new service. The other service left the Princess Alice bus terminal, where a minibus took passengers to Sturgis in St. Thomas. Minister of Transport Michael Lashley saw this morning's event as historic, especially for the Edie Village route, which is normally a low period at this time of the morning, and considering the ZR was full of passengers. From the Fairchild Street bus terminal, Emmanuel Joseph for Barbados Today.
Thanks, Emmanuel. And meantime, a woman is in police custody following the stabbing of another during the Orange Hill Carnival yesterday. Police say the victim was stabbed multiple times around 2:30 p.m. Investigations are continuing. Barbados joins its Caribbean neighbors and the rest of the world in observing World AIDS Day. In his message to mark the day, UN Secretary General Special Envoy for HIV in the region, Dr. Edward Green, said while progress has been made in the fight against HIV/AIDS, there is still so much more to achieve. Dr. Green says while he remains optimistic that the goal of ending the AIDS epidemic by 2030 is still possible, too many young people are still dying. Rates of infection, he says, are still too high among vulnerable groups. Stigma and discrimination are still raging, fanning the flames of the disease. He added that though there are volumes of information available, intolerance and ignorance continue to prevail, and financing gaps remain an obstacle. In sports, Battle of spinner Sunil Narine gets the full backing of the West Indies Cricket Board. Narine was banned this past Sunday from bowling in international cricket because of an illegal action. Director of Cricket, Richard Pybus, says the WICB will fully support the Trinidadian and help him bounce back from the latest blow to his career. He says Narine will get the support during his remedial work on his bowling action. Narine was reported following in the third one-day international of the Sri Lanka tour earlier this month and subsequently underwent testing on his action.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It was days before Christmas. I had so much to do. Shopping, more shopping, and I was feeling blue. There's a mother, father, a wifey, and friend. Lots of things to buy, but there was no money to spend. I found the answer. The BT shopping spree. 15,000 in goodies. Free, free, free. It's easy to enter. Nothing hard to do. Follow my instructions and a winner can be you. Visit facebook.com/Barbados today. Do it quickly and fill out your form to enter this spree. Look, I'm shopping at the Cost You Less Mega Store. Come down, fill your trolleys with goodies and more. And like me, you too can say, ho, ho, ho.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter. That's the move for me. Stability, prosperity. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
To news from our regional neighbors now, Guyana gets some support from the Commonwealth in its border dispute with Venezuela. The details in this Capital News report by Enrico Wolford.
The final communique out of the Malta summit, which ended yesterday, indicated that the heads reaffirmed their support for the maintenance and safeguarding of Guyana's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Commonwealth heads noted that the Geneva Agreement of 1966 between the parties provides a range of mechanisms for an expeditious solution to the controversy arising from Venezuela's contention. The heads expressed their full support for the United Nations Secretary-General, Ban Ki-moon, to choose a means of settlement to bring the controversy to a definitive end. President David Granger, responding to the content of the communique, said Guyanese can be satisfied that this year the process has moved closer to finality than it has for several years. He added that under the United Nations Secretary-General, there has been a markedly intensified engagement from the United Nations, which has moved the process much further along the road to a final solution. That's what Guyanese could look forward to if we maintain this pattern and this pace, the President said. He thinks Guyanese can see the controversy coming to a satisfactory conclusion within the next 3 years or so.
And on the international scene, order has been restored at a Guatemala prison following a prison fight that left 17 people dead. According to a prison spokesman, the dead were all prisoners. The spokesman said officials are still investigating the cause of the deadly clash, which apparently broke out between rival gangs on Sunday night. Reports say the jail is notorious for overcrowding and violence. And on that note, we come to the end of our afternoon update, but there's more on our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our EP for our email updates, and of course, like us on Facebook. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 101 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. There you can get all the latest news and sports. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good afternoon.